Hello, hello. I'm Chris with the Legacy team. Today, we're going to continue the process of producing the Barstool project. Now, in previous videos, we've already used the CNC to produce the 4 legs, the threaded shaft, the 2 threaded nuts, and the seat. This is really close to being assembled and glued up. However, there is one more step that we need to do by hand, just because we chose to do so, and that is adding the radiuses to the edges of the legs and to the edges of the threaded nuts. So let's go show you how that's done, and then we'll also bring this all together in a dry fit to see how it looks. The next step before we can glue up this bar stool is adding radiuses to the 2 threaded nuts and the 4 legs. We'll need to approach adding the radius in a certain way because after we dry fit these parts together, we can see that the transitional edges between the threaded nut and the leg is not a smooth transition, but kind of comes to a sharp point in a corner. So we will need to accommodate for this when we're adding the radiuses using a trim router or router table to ensure that we're not removing too much material on the inside edges of those corners where the threaded nut and leg join together. The solution we came up with was to cut these blocks that were the exact thickness of the legs and the exact height of the threaded nut, and we will simply attach these to the ends of these jointed sections with double-sided tape. There's also different types of double-sided tape. This tape we're using here is called Nitto tape, but you can also use the blue painter's tape with the CA glue to mount the blocks in place. With the blocks attached, we can now cut the radius without the risk of removing too much material on the inside corners where again the threaded nut and leg join together. As previously mentioned, this can be done using a router table or a trim router. Now that we've added radiuses to this threaded nut on 4 sides along both edges, we can repeat this for the other threaded nut and use this same technique on the legs. These same blocks can be used on the legs to perform the exact same technique. With all the radiuses added to the threaded nuts and the legs, let's see how this project all fits together with a dry fit. We're using floating tenons to connect the legs with the threaded nuts. Because the thread pitch is consistent on both threaded nuts, we can easily rotate one of the threaded nuts by 1/4 inch rotations to adjust the spacing until the floating tenons all line up. Now we'll tap on the seat to the top of the round tenon of the threaded shaft. We can see by this dry fit that the bar stool is functional and is ready to be assembled and glued up. Thanks to the precision of a Legacy CNC, this dry fit came together easily with no adjustments. And there we have it. She looks pretty awesome. Now, if you're interested in learning more about what a Legacy CNC can do for you and your woodworking, I recommend you visit our website at legacywoodworking.com. If you have any questions, you can always leave them down below in the comment section. But you're always welcome to talk to one of our CNC experts by calling 801-491-0010. If you're interested in seeing more cutting demonstrations of the machine in action, then I recommend you click right over there. Just check out those videos. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check that notification box so you can be notified when new videos like this come out. And remember, Legacy solves more woodworking problems than any other CNC manufacturer in the industry.